If you think cryptocurrency is just about Bitcoin and getting rich quick, think again. Today, we're diving into how cryptocurrency actually works. Not just Bitcoin, but the technology behind all digital currencies. Let's start with the basics. At its core, cryptocurrency is digital money. But unlike traditional currencies like the dollar or euro, it's decentralized. That means there's no bank, no government, and no single company in charge. Instead, it's powered by something called a blockchain. So what exactly is a blockchain? Think of it as a public ledger, a record of every transaction ever made using that cryptocurrency. But instead of being stored on one computer, it's spread across thousands of computers around the world. This is what makes it decentralized and nearly impossible to tamper with. Every time someone sends or receives crypto, that transaction is grouped with others into a block. Once the block is full, it gets added to the chain permanently. Hence the name, blockchain. Now, how do we make sure those transactions are legit? That's where cryptography comes in. Each transaction is encrypted, and computers, often called miners, race to solve complex math problems to verify it. When one succeeds, the block is added to the chain, and the miner gets rewarded with cryptocurrency. This is called proof of work, and it's how Bitcoin works. But Bitcoin is just one type of crypto. There are thousands more, like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano. Each one uses different technologies and has different goals. Ethereum, for example, introduced smart contracts, pieces of code that automatically run when certain conditions are met. This opened the door to decentralized apps, or dApps, and even things like NFTs. Think of smart contracts as self-executing agreements, no lawyers or middlemen required. Some newer cryptocurrencies use a method called proof of stake. Instead of mining, users stake their coins to help verify transactions. This uses far less energy than proof of work, and it's becoming more popular. So how do you actually use cryptocurrency? You need a digital wallet, either an app, a browser extension, or even a USB-style device. Your wallet doesn't hold coins. It holds the keys that prove ownership of your crypto. When you send crypto, you're signing a transaction with your private key. The network checks your signature, confirms your balance, and updates the blockchain. It's fast, it's global, and it doesn't rely on banks. That's why crypto is so popular in places with unstable currencies or limited access to financial services. But it's not all upside. Cryptocurrency is volatile. Prices can swing wildly. And it's been used in scams and money laundering, which is why governments are starting to regulate it more closely. So what's the big takeaway? Cryptocurrency isn't just internet money. It's a revolution in how we store and transfer value. Powered by blockchain and cryptography, it challenges the traditional financial system by putting control in the hands of users instead of institutions. Whether crypto becomes the future of finance or just a niche technology, understanding how it works puts you ahead of the curve. Subscribe for more tech made simple.